Hi-ho! We have the new puzzle event today with the new mythical perfect aim dragon, which we need as part of the new collection. So, as usual with puzzle events, I would recommend that you pick up the new mythical and usually pick up all the extra maze coins. But outside of this new puzzle event, there is something that I did want to quickly talk about, because we currently have an insane set of ads. And what I mean by that is if you look at this screen right here, you'll see that I've already watched my first two sets of ads. But if we scroll and go to, say, ad number 31, you'll see that we just have ads and ads and ads galore. Now, there aren't any roulette wheels additionally to this, but rather than us getting like random bits of food, there's still an XL food box at the end here. But all of the rest of these are 45 maze currency drops, which is an absolutely insane amount. If we just go from the current point that I'm at now up to 89, that's like 2,600 additional currency every single day. And now I'm not sure if this actually will apply to everyone. If you don't have full Dragon TV unlocked, you probably don't have this option, and I'm not sure if everyone has up to 90 ads, but for those of us that do have 90 ads, you get an insane amount of extra currency every day, and you have an XL food box. Of course, the main problem with these ads is the fact that, you have to log in every single hour to watch them. And if you are a Windows player, you will run out of ads, which is a big problem that this game has had for a while now. If you're on mobile, you don't have this issue. So what I normally do is say if I want to watch up to 100 ads for a special event like now, and I have the time to do it, what I'll do is I'll log in on PC, and then once I run out of ads, I'll do the rest of them on mobile. And mobile does get different ads to PC. They're usually slightly lower in time than on PC, but it's not always going to be the case. But just in case you weren't aware that this is currently ongoing, you better check and see if you can get all of this extra currency, because just think about it, 2,600 extra currency is going to be enough to spend it on the puzzle event path as well once that gets unlocked. But the puzzle path, as you can see here, does not unlock for another 1 day, 19 hours. Then you'll be able to get some additional puzzle moves on top. But just getting this extra currency from all of these ads might be enough for you to be able to pick up the food path, for instance. Because with this food path, it's only here for 2 days, and normally you're not going to have enough currency to be able to make your way through this food path and get the XL food box unless you pre-planned all your other paths around that. But maybe with all of this additional currency, if we get it every single day as well, you might actually be able to add this XL food box path into your totals that you're going for. I'm not too bothered. I mean, yeah, additional food is great, but we get a lot from various events and such, so I'm not too worried about it. But just be aware that that option may be there if you have the ads. And plus, let's not forget that if you have all of these extra ads to get this extra currency for, it's also going to help you with the leaderboard event as well, which I think is a big problem if players don't have the same ads available. These leaderboard events are just so screwed at the moment. Like, they are completely screwed with things not dropping as they should, some people getting ads, others not. Like, you're just not going to win if you're a player that's a new player. Like, you do all the events properly, but literally you just don't get the same ads as the rest of us, so you just get screwed over, which I think is a big shame. But that is the way that Dragon City is. So as long as you're aware of it and you know what's going on, that is the main thing. But like I did mention, we do have this puzzle event on now, and I do usually recommend that you pick up the puzzle event moves from the actual maze event that is ongoing right now. You don't have to, and if you can make it to perfect aim without that, then that's fine. It's just if you go down the puzzle moves path, you normally will have a much easier time with this puzzle event. But puzzle events are the same as always. I haven't done a lot of pre-breeding this time because I don't think I'll need to in order to get the new dragon. But, of course, we just got these basic missions. They are the same every single time. Winning quest battles, collecting food, breeding dragons that have specific elements. And it's basically just that over and over again, along with doing the occasional arena battle, league battle, that sort of thing. But if you ever do want a list of them, all of the usual websites have this information. Like, if you want to know what's coming up next after breeding 3 dragons with water and light, you just scroll across. It's going to be hatch 3 dragons with water and light. Then we've got breed 4 dragons with plant and war. Normally, it is more time efficient to go for the plus 15 move quests rather than the plus 25s. But you can do both if you've got all of your breeding dens and hatchery spaces ready. But like after hatching dark and ice dragons, which we're up to the breeding phase, then we'll do the hatching phase, then we're gonna have metal and dark, which is another pretty nice one. But if you have dragons such as the tower dragons like Broodbee and Demona, they will help you a lot. And since I have so many eggs that need to be hatched, what I'll do is I'll put one of my breeds in to do the quest. Then we will use brood bee to skip the hatching timer in 5 hours, and then we will have lots of eggs pretty much ready. And if we have any time skips that we can use as well, we can use that on top, and that really helps when it comes to puzzle events. So I tend to save my tower dragons for puzzle event, although of course, as you can see, brood bee is just got a few days left, but you're not going to get much of a benefit from that. Ultimately, the main thing is going to be just logging consistently, watch your ads, and get as much currency as you can. But getting all the additional maze currency, I have to say, is very, very useful. Just because you pick all this up and it'll help you out in the other event, it'll help you out in the leaderboard event. And of course, if you're picking up all of these chocolate chests, then you're going to need those for the collection as well. Like this chocolate collection I'm not too bothered about, but anything additionally that we can pick up on our way through, I'll take it, like the legendary orbs chest. If we can just get orbs for perfect aim anyway, either we could empower perfect aim or we could just use it as trading fodder, because what will happen is a lot of people that aren't good at the puzzle event or can't be bothered, they'll look to try and trade for orbs of the puzzle event dragons. So if you pick up some additional orbs of those from the event, well, there you go, you got free mythical orbs. Who doesn't like free mythical orbs that you can trade for a different mythical that you want? But as I mentioned before with puzzle events, having all of these various quests that you can do will help you out a lot. As you can see, for me, I don't really have any more that I could do. I could do the Psyche quest, but I don't want to spend the food on that dragon to take it above 40. We have Heroic quest, which I can't do yet because the dragon's empowering, but then once it's done empowering, we'll get some more puzzle moves out of that. The Mythical quest I do actually have ongoing, and we can do a few more of those. And Wormhole, once our High Flying is finished empowering, I can empower High Quantum Wormhole, and we'll have tons of those to do. So it doesn't really matter when you do them in terms of the puzzle event, because, you know, you've got 5 days of puzzle where you can, you know, do the quests whenever. As long as you have all the quests and you can finish them during the event time, it doesn't matter whether it's at the start or at the end. The only thing that's really impacted by that is going to be like breeding and league battles, because they're going to go on cooldown. But outside of that, I think we are fine. It's also good to be aware of when the next alliance chest is and what kind of chest it is, so that we can prepare that as well. So I'm hoping to time all of that around our lovely brood bee here, and, you know, do like many things at once rather than just focusing on one event, because I know from my experience with puzzle events that I can easily get to perfect aim and any mythical with like 800-ish, 850-ish moves, something like that. So as long as I'm getting like near 1k puzzle moves by the end of the event, which is very easily doable as long as you know what you're doing, then yeah, we're going to get perfect aim. It shouldn't be an issue. That is assuming that we are not god-awful at the Candy Crush side of the event. And with the event itself, you know, you've got all these tips and everything, but the main thing to remember is that it is basically just Candy Crush at the end of the day. So you're just looking to make like 4 pairs, 5 pairs, ideally 5 pairs where you can, so that you get the bonuses, but it is just good old-fashioned Candy Crush stuff, so there is not much more to it than that. And you don't even have to worry about it. As long as you've got enough moves, you're going to get what you want out of the event anyway. You don't even have to really worry that much about being efficient with your board usage, but it does help if you can actually be bothered to think about it. Outside of that, of course, we do have more Perception Hollow. I guess we'll do one run in a second. And we do have High Destiny as a breedable, which if you are looking to get this dragon empowered, well, maybe you want to go and get a duplicate and see if you can do that, which is what I did with High Treasure, actually. But if I look at how much I've got for High Destiny right now, because if I type her up, you'll see that, like, I've got 385 existing orbs of this dragon. I only need one more trade, and then I could use jokers. Or we can get a duplicate, rank it up, or not even bother ranking it up if we're that lazy, but just recall it, and there you go. There's a free 100 orbs. And then we'd get a free E4 High Destiny, which wouldn't be too bad. You know, High Destiny does have their uses. You know, just having more elements, more dragons to use in general is always a good thing. I know that we get the classic, oh my god, this heroic sucks, this heroic sucks. But we've got so many different arenas. And I think sometimes newer players especially forget that, you know, we're talking about Masters Arena. We're not talking about baby-ass arenas early on. We are always talking about Masters Arenas when we're talking about how useful a dragon is. And since every single Masters Arena is going to be different in terms of the bans that we get, you never know which dragon's going to be useful for sure. So, like, we know that there's going to be, like, a specific arena that allows, you know, nature element or ice element. but there's no guarantee on what the actual bands are going to be. So that's why it's good to have like 5 bajillion dragons of every single type. And you're probably going to say, why would you be spending gems on this Wizard's Hollow when you already have dual perception? Well, I'm not going to spend many gems this time. You know, we did get a successful run yesterday, actually for quite cheap. But on the off chance that we get really lucky with gold drops and end up getting one of those chests, or if we just get enough of the Parliament chest, might as well give it a go. You know what I mean? 15 gems to try and get some Parliament orbs. I don't mind. I'm going to spend up to 15. After that, I will dip, I think, depending on what we get here. Oh, that sucks. If we don't get anything from these 15 gems, I'm not too bothered. It's not the end of the world. But, you know, we didn't get a single gold chest yesterday, which was a little bit disappointing. But we did get to the end, so it's not like it was bad luck. It was very nice luck, very good luck at the end of the day. But you'll go through some of these runs, you'll get to like room 25, and you won't get a single one of the items that you're looking for. It's just the way of RNG. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've been running into so many people recently. You know what? I'm actually just going to bail with one chest. We got some gems back. I'm actually just going to be a big scaredy cat and just walk away with 1 orb of dual Parliament. That's what I'm going to do. 3 orbs of dual Parliament. That is fine. We got a few gems back. We weren't really getting too much else. I'm not going to take the risk. But, yeah, I can't even remember what I was saying now. Ignore it. I don't remember anymore. It's fine. I could go back and rewatch and try and remember, but it's fine. I'm sure you knew where I was going anyway, but yeah, I don't know. In terms of people going for these dragons, I think that it's fine to open up these chests, but you just can't be expecting too much from it. I actually don't know how many orbs I even have. Like, if I look at my dual dragons now, you'll see that Perception, I've got no orbs. Dual Parliament, I've got like 20 orbs, which is not a lot. But those 24 dual Parliament dragon orbs, I could trade them for someone for like some Karma orbs, for instance. Like, that's a fair trade. Dual Parliament for Karmas, that's fine. And at least then maybe we help someone get dual Parliament and we get free Karma orbs out of it, which, you know, that's why I always try and hoard and stack up, and then one day I'll do like 5 bajillion trades all at once. But I think my plan is still going to be to go for Ambition Karma for my mythical phase 1, and then my second mythical is probably going to be Deadlock. Not sure which legend I'm going to go with next though, because you see that I've got like halfway to an E5 legend again. So I really don't know. Oh, we got 999 epic orbs as well. Isn't that nice? But yeah, we're going to get high flying empowered anyway in a few days. We'll have more quests that we can do then. We're just chilling for now and, you know, grinding out the puzzle event for now, but very much preparing for that upcoming heroic marathon, which from the quests that we have ongoing right now for the heroic quest, you'll see here that we are going to get an extra 60 gems, an extra 80, and then an extra 100 gems as well. So that is a big decent chunk of extra gems that we'll have going into HMK Marathon, but I'm undecided at this point whether it's something that I'm actually going to go for or not. But anyhow, I guess we shall see when the event comes out. We'll see what sort of leaderboard we get and what's going on there. But I guess for now, just make sure that you are not missing out on these ads if you have the time to log in. It is hourly login, and then you do have to watch these ads, ideally on mobile, so you don't get screwed over. But, you know, just watch as many as you possibly can to get the most benefit that you can. It's like, imagine if you didn't know that this was happening and you just ignored these ads and you're like, oh my god, really? I'm missing like 2,600 bonus currency a day on top of what I would have gotten before? That's nuts. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if they did this all the time, but at the same time, since I can't log in hourly during the week usually, maybe not, because then I'll always be behind in leaderboard events, you know, and I don't like the thought of that, because we're very close to getting that Leader Bliss skin, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be like 5 off or something. That would be tragic, but I could see it happening at this rate. Anywho, skis. Like I say, if you do need any more additional tips, I have uploaded puzzle event guides before, but ideally, go get your hands on Perfect Aim, get that collection finished, get 100 free Joker orbs and a Reaper perk. Why not? I say, why not?